this morning talking about the life, the legacy, the career, the person that Muhammad Ali was. And now it's a treat, it's a pleasure. We get to talk to one of the other greats of his era, a little bit past Muhammad Ali's era, but of his era, Larry Holmes. Now, for those who don't remember, Larry Holmes won 48 straight matches when he became a professional. He was a monster, including beating Ken Norton and the aforementioned Muhammad Ali. Larry, welcome to CBS Sports Radio. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Hey, Tiki, man, thank you for having me, man. If I'd known you were at the radio station a long time ago, I'd have been talking to you.
Now we'll keep your number on handy just whenever these things come up. But what were your thoughts, your emotions over the weekend when you learned about the passing of Muhammad Ali?
Well, I had found out earlier they had rushed him to the hospital. They didn't look good, and we kept track of him until like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock because I fell asleep. And then wife woke me up about 1 o'clock and said Ali had passed. And what the hell to say, I was almost going crazy. And then I got myself together, and I think I fell asleep. And then when I got up, it hit me again that he had passed. And I immediately started making phone calls, trying to find out what went on and whatnot. And because he was my friend. He was a friend, not only a guy that I boxed, a guy that gave me he was not only my boss, matter of fact, because he hired me to be a sparring partner for 4 years, and it gave me great pleasure, man, just to be around him and just, you don't believe it, you know?
Yeah.
Man, here, he's healthy, looking healthy, and then all of a sudden, something hit him.
Yeah, no, we saw it was a respiratory issue, obviously, as a result of his Parkinson's. And you talk about being a sparring partner with Muhammad Ali, but you also grew up. I mean, you were 16 years old, 17 years old, 18 years old, just getting into the fight game when Ali was becoming a star. And when he spoke out against Vietnam, what was your emotion towards Muhammad Ali? This is before you knew him.
Well, before I knew him, you know what? I didn't blame him because it's not our war. I mean, they started war way over there, and they want to send us over there to fight it. And then the people, you can't fight a guy in his house because he got all kinds of stuff laying around waiting for you to make one mistake so he can blow your head off. But, I wasn't against Muhammad Ali when he not with the service, My brother went because he wanted to go, and I didn't want my brother to go to the service. He fought in Vietnam and stuff like that. I mean, he made it back okay, but a lot of his friends that went with him didn't. So, people should not hate him. I heard it on the radio. People said, because he didn't join the Army or whatever. Heck with the Army. That wasn't our fight or wasn't our – just like now, it ain't our fight. Why we got to keep going over there protecting everybody, getting killed, and you treat us like Ali said, Vietnam people ain't never called me no nigger.
Yeah.
Call me nigger every day here in America.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's you're right. And it's one of those things where you can't discount the importance of what he did at the time. I'm talking to Larry Holmes, former heavyweight champion who beat Ali back in 1980. Now, Larry, tell us about that fight. I mean, Ali was a little bit at the end at that point, and obviously being a sparring partner against him, you knew a lot about him, right? You probably knew how to beat him. Tell us about that fight from your perspective.
Yeah, I knew a whole lot about it, about Ali. And what I told Ali before I even signed the contract, man, I said, Ali, I know you. I don't box with you for 4 years. You think I don't know you? I know your weak spots. I know everything. And you ain't the same guy that you used to be. He said, you ain't the same guy that you used to be, And I said, well, you getting $10 million, man, so let's get it. Let's get the money. You get $10 million, I'm getting $3.5 million. And, everybody was saying I was crazy for taking $3.5 million, but that was better than $2 million, or $1 million, or no million. So, so you take that chance. You go out there and fight Ali, especially when you know that he's not going to do anything to hurt you, and he can. And I knew that I wasn't going to hurt him either, but he tried. I got to give it to him. He gave it his best shot to beat me. He didn't lay down on nothing. He tried to get me.
Yeah, no.
But he wasn't able to.
Yeah, no, and at the end he was worn out at that fight. His corner pulled him after 10 rounds, and
right.
I'm trying to think back as like a mentor-mentee situation. Did you feel bad, or was this a moment where you felt like, all right, now I have achieved and beat my mentor, so that
never
you know
like
what I mean?
Never. I never felt that. Never felt that. At this, after this fight was all over, I went to Ali and wiped the tears off my eyes so he didn't see me cry. And I said to him, I said, man, I gave him a hug. He told him I love him. He said, if you love me, why you beat me up there? And he made me laugh, you know. And then he said, I'll be back. I want a rematch. I'll be back, you know. And, you know, when somebody has the love for you, even after that, from 1980 to today, you know, that says a lot. The man was my friend. Ali liked me, you know. Ali wanted me to learn, and I learned from him, and I liked him. And you can't take that. I don't care what they say. You can't take his feelings away from the way he felt, and you can't take mine away from me the way I felt.
Yeah, you're right. Larry Holmes, former heavyweight champion here on CBS Sports Radio. Larry, when you think about back to Muhammad Ali in his prime, this is when he wasn't suspended from boxing, but when he would take on Frazier and Foreman and the poetry and the gamemanship, some of it, you know, downright offensive of some of these guys. Was that part of the fight game, or was he over the top on purpose?
Well, we all friends from the beginning, but at the end of the day, you get mad, especially when you got to fight him. See, when I worked with Joe Frazier also with a sparring partner when he was going to fight Ali. Guess what? Every time I got a chance to get out of Joe Frazier camp to go to Deer Lake, I went to Deer Lake and told Ali how he fought. You know, that wasn't right. But Ali was my man. Joe Frazier was a great guy, and I loved him too. But when it came down to him and Ali, Ali was the man. He was my friend, the guy who gave me a job. I mean, you know, I was making $500 a week, man. You know what I mean? Some days I fought 1, 2 days. That's it. And he fed me, and I had a bed to sleep in, and the man treated me like I was dying.
Yeah,
I thought back then.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be with this guy, man. I'm gonna be with him, and I'm gonna do the best I can for Frazier. But I'm gonna tell what we practice on and what we're working on. You know?
Yeah, no, I mean, it feels like that's how he treated so many people, Larry. You know what I mean? And is that ultimately why so many people loved him? Because as vicious of a fighter as he was, as a tactician, as someone who, you know, would try to get in your head mentally, at the end of the day, he loved people.
He loved people. The camp was full every day. It was about how Ali. Listen, Ali had to go to New York one day, and he took the helicopter to New York, and we was in the camp talking to all the people. It was packed because the people didn't know he was coming. But as soon as that helicopter started coming back, somebody said, Ali's in the helicopter. All 100 or 200 people, whatever was there, left us to go see with Ali, you know? And I said, man, that's champion. That is a champion. One of these days, I hope to be like that. And that's all I can hope for. And, you know, throughout my career, I tried to be like that. That's why I sign autographs. The fighters don't do that no more. They don't want to sign. Celebrities don't want to sign autographs. Ali took his time to sign autographs. George Foreman didn't want to sign nothing for me. You understand? George Foreman. And I'm a friend of his. But he said, I got a signature up. I said, no, sign this. No, I ain't going to sign that. So he said, I'll send you one. So I just had to accept what he sent me if I got it. But to a guy like me that's in the same game, man, I'm not going to worry about selling your glove or selling that stuff, you know, for $15, $100, $1,000. It ain't worth it. You know, I got that.
Yeah. No, you're right.
You know, Ali did everything. 1,000 people was in New York right now. Lined up to sign autographs, he would sign every last one of them.
Yeah, I believe it. That just seems how he was. Larry Holmes here again on CBS Sports Radio. Larry, we talked about the Vietnam controversy. What about the switch or the conversion to Islam? How did that affect the boxing community when it happened? Obviously, at the time, it was relevant because of what was going on in the country with Malcolm X and civil rights and et cetera. But what effect did that have in your boxing community? Larry? I think we might have lost Larry Holmes there for a second. But obviously, his conversion to Islam was one of the obviously seminal moments in his life. And I was reading a bunch about Muhammad Ali, obviously, this weekend. And one of the points that came up is that Muslim countries around the world view Muhammad Ali as an icon. He stands for what the Islamic religion actually stands for. And Larry Holmes is back with us here on CBS Sports Radio. Larry, I was talking about obviously, we talked about the Vietnam issue with Muhammad Ali, but the conversion to Islam, how did that affect the boxing community, or really the community at large of African Americans?
It didn't. It didn't. At least it didn't affect me. Matter of fact, they asked me to join it, and I said, no, I'm not. I'm Larry. My mom named me Larry Holmes, and that's what I'm gonna be. But they didn't have no problem with me being Larry Holmes. I still ate with Lana, cooked in the kitchen, and I still had to do the same thing that I was doing. So it was great, man. And and I appreciate it because that's the lesson that I learned.
Yeah, it feels like at the time it would have been accepted, right? If any African Americans made that switch because of the plight, did you feel the racism, the things that Muhammad Ali talks about around not joining in Vietnam? Was that also prevalent for you? And even though you were a little bit past him?
No, it didn't bother me at all. Because after every training session, he would grab that book and go out and read it and stuff like that, and he would preach it, by Allah and everything else. But it didn't bother me because that was his thing. He wanted to do it. I don't knock nobody for what they want to do unless they're trying to kill somebody or hurt somebody. And he wasn't trying to hurt anybody. He was just trying to educate people about different religions and whatnot. And he could believe what he wanted to believe. And I went along with it.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe in a lot of stuff that the Muslims do. I believe in a lot of that stuff, but I'm just not a Muslim.
Yeah. No,
You know?
I hear you on that one. Larry Holmes here. A couple more questions, Larry, before we let you go. Where is boxing now? It seems like it's been passed a little bit by mixed martial arts and other
Yeah.
forms of entertainment. Where is boxing, and does it need another star like you, like Muhammad Ali, like Spinks, those guys who were larger than life in a way to bring it back?
You said a mouthful right there. With these guys like me, Muhammad Ali, guys like that, even Mayweather, he could be better. He could be a better spokesperson too. Just get out there and keep his nose clean and don't try to be Mr. Big on the stick. You know what I mean? And he could be all right, but boxing needs more TV. Boxing needs NBC, ABC, CBS, HBO, ESPN, and all the other channels that they have out there. Boxing needs that.
Yeah.
If boxing don't get that, boxing will die. And I don't know anybody out there right now can carry that. Mayweather was carrying it in the lightweight division, but they don't have the Sugar Ray Leonards no more, the Roberto Duran, the Tommy Hearns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, but it's also the heavyweight. I mean, the heavyweight was what was the deal, right?
That was the key.
Even in my era, it was Mike Tyson. There was a
Yes.
heavyweight who was the star. It doesn't seem like that's
Yeah.
that's boxing anymore.
And it's gone when Mike Tyson left because there ain't nobody out there that we really know. I can't tell you who the heavyweight champion is. You might talk about the Klitschko's or somebody else out there, but I don't really know them, and we don't know them because they're way over there.
Yeah.
But if they was here, maybe we'll get more press on it. We'll be able to recognize who is the man to beat.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. No, they need to be a tactician on the mic, like it's
Right.
wrestling or something, like WWF wrestling. You got to be able to
Right.
talk the game as well as play the game. Larry Holmes, former heavyweight champion. Larry, I'll give you the last word on Ali. If you were at his bedside right before he passed away, what would you have told him?
I say you said you were the greatest, and you still is the greatest, man. You'll always be the greatest, whether you're here on earth or in heaven. You always will be the greatest in my mind. And for people who want to talk negative, they can talk negative all they want. The man had it, and you can't take it away because God give it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Larry. Larry Holmes, former heavyweight champion. I appreciate you joining me this morning. God bless you, my friend.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Take care, Larry.